Hi guys, Redneck Wannabe here. I hope all is well with you and your family today. So up front, I admit I'm a wimp. I am wimpy when it comes to the cold, and y'all that live in the northern states, I just think y'all are sick, you know, to willingly live where it's cold. So last night it got down to like 28, so it was a pretty hard frost for here, and it started to warm up. I think it's like in the high 40s, low 50s right now, and I'm still cold, so I just admit up front that I'm a wimp. So but today I thought I'd just do a video about the new rabbit hutch that I built. There's some challenges that I have from the old rabbit hutch that I built, and I tried to fix those with the new one. So I'll try to go through all that. The new one that I built is definitely a lot cheaper, so I'll try to show you what all I did and how I'm trying to fix it. So if you've watched J0's channel, he talks about how he's made a rabbit hutch out of the wire shelving units that you'd get from Home Depot or Lowe's. And I tried the same thing, and it works great. The challenge that I have is I don't have a barn to build everything, so I had to build the wooden frame. Now J0 has his whole thing is the wire shelving units. So the challenge that I have is, especially the lower cages, you can see how the poo and the pee and all that just accumulates, and it's not doing it now, but you know, I can tell this wooden frame is not going to last much longer. So, you know, it may last another year, but with all that right there, it's just, you know, it's just not going to do it. So also with the wooden frame is the rabbits, you know, it's not so much here, but here the rabbits chew on the wood, and so that's you know, that'll make it less, I don't know, sturdy as time goes by. So I tried to fix everything by making everything wood, metal, because hopefully, you know, the rabbits can't, number one, they can't chew the metal. Well, they can, but it probably wouldn't damage the metal. Number two is it probably lasts a little bit longer from corrosion and all that. So what I did was I still used the wire shelving units. I think this was like $22 at Lowe's, and then I got a 1/2 inch, I think it's called hardware cloth, and I got a roll of, and this is, by the way, I went to a garage sale with my wife the other day, and they were selling all of these wire racks for I think $5 for this and that stuff right there. So I bought it up, and that's my little portable tractor. But anyway, so I bought a 4-foot by 50-foot roll of hardware cloth, as I think it's what it's called, for $50. And so what I did is, this is 6 foot long. So I took a 6-foot section, and then I cut it in half. And so I've got 2 feet on that side and 2 feet right here. And then I cut another small section right here for the side, for the middle, and for this side. So total, I have about 10 foot, almost 10 foot of wire fabric that Of used. And so, you know, there's 50 foot, so I figure I could get about 5 rabbit hutches out of just that one roll. So if you add everything up, you know, this was $20, and let's just say total hardware cloth was let's just say $12. So we're at what, $32. T-posts, I think, $6. So what's that? You know, I lost count, but it's less than $50. And then the lid here, I had to make a sign a while ago, and I had this plastic, you know, this is just the plastic that you see political signs made out of. So I kept that around because I knew I was going to use that. So, you know, let's just say, I don't know, $50 for this whole thing, versus that was a whole lot more. The wood was what was so expensive. So, you know, a lot more, not so much more. But what I did is, like I said, it's 20 inches and then 6 foot on both sides. And for the T-posts, I thought, man, this will be real easy because I'll just wrap some wire around this, around each side, and it'll be good. But what happens is that T-post starts going back and forth, and it makes it real wobbly. So what I ended up doing was I just wrapped it in wire, or wrapped a piece of wire around the fence panel. So I need to replace the fence, but this will at least get me a little way, because what I was hoping for was this was really going to be an experiment, because if I can find something that works well and is kind of a semi-permanent temporary deal, relatively inexpensive, I was going to take this up to the farm and start raising more rabbits. So that was the intent to do this. And so what I've done is, like I said, the back side is 2 foot. This front side is like 1 foot 10 inches or something like that, because my intent is to have this roof, or I guess the roof, go forward, slant forward, so rain, snow, whatever will drip off. And I've just wrapped everything with wire, and I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, you can see it moving, but that's the whole fence moving. But right in here, no predators or babies or anything like that are going to be able to get through there. So, there's only one more thing I have to do, is just fix that hole so rain and snow doesn't come in. But in particular, if you're in the suburbs and you're looking, want to become more self-sufficient or have a homestead in the suburbs, I think rabbits are the way to go, because people don't even know I have rabbits. And I just put the does in with the bucks, so so I've got two rabbits in each cage right now, but normally I have 1 and 1, and so I've got a total of 6 rabbits that I can have in here. So for less than $60, if you're in the suburbs, that's not too bad for that right there. And so anyway, I think I have maxed my rabbit knowledge for today, but it was, this took about, I'll say, 2 hours. And then if you want to compare it, let's just say each welded shelf here was $20. So if you're going to make this whole thing out of welded wire, it wouldn't take as long as building it with this wire cloth. But let's just say, $20, 40, 60, you're probably looking at $80 just for the wire shelving unit, and then your T-post and your lid and all that. So let's just say half the cost doing it this way versus with the wire racks. You could also probably use plywood or something like that, but I just used what I tried to use everything that I had around here. So the only challenge that I have with this is, whenever I first made it, I put it right here, and I thought, oh, that'll be high enough where a predator won't really be able to get at it, but it'll be low enough where I can reach in and get a rabbit. Well, not so much, because my shoulder comes up to about right there, and so reaching up for a rabbit, that's just not going to happen. So I have to use my redneck ladder here. So that's my bucket that I step on to reach in for the rabbits. So again, I think I have I've maxed my rabbit knowledge for today. So I hope this helps. And rabbits have been super easy and tasty as well. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.